This is my Mexican-inspired baked halibut with refried beans and salsa. You're going to need the star of the dish, the halibut, for the guacamole, avocado, sour cream, shallot, lime, jalapenos. And for my refried beans, pinto beans, onion, garlic, chorizo, and chicken stock. Then for my salsa, some peeled, deseeded, and then quartered tomatoes, red chili, red onion, olives, coriander, olive oil, and white wine vinegar. And then we're going to be garnishing the dish with some of Abraham's chilled to peel. You could make your own version of this by using finely chopped sesame seeds, peanuts, and garlic. So let's start with the refried beans. Take an onion and cut into small dice. And then when you've got some heat in the pan, add your onions. And you want to gently sweat down. Take some garlic and just thinly slice. Give a stir, then take the chorizo, and I just want small little cubes in there. And as the chorizo cooks, it's going to release those lovely smoked paprika oils, and that's going to give taste, colour, and depth to the dish. So I'm now going to add the pinto beans. Now I'm using pinto beans because they're traditionally used for refried beans. Now I'm going to add some chicken stock. Just turn the heat up and just let it reduce a little bit. Add a touch of seasoning, and I think this, just served with some French stick, could be a dish in itself. I'm going to turn off, and I'm going to add it to a food processor. And I'm going to pulse, because I still want a bit of texture in my beans. It's like a lovely bean mash. OK, so I'm just going to put that back to a frying pan. I'm going to keep that in the pan, because we're just going to reheat it when we need it. Now for the guacamole. Couldn't be simpler. Take an avocado, cut through the middle, and twist. Just scoop out into a processor. Then take a shallot, roughly dice. Take some jalapenos, put a handful in. Lime, in half. And all I want is the juice. Sour cream, lid on, and process. Just keep it going till it becomes a real nice, smooth puree. Right, that's exactly what I want. And it's gone nice and smooth. Now, you can keep it in the fridge chilled for about 3 to 4 days, but make sure you put the cling film directly onto it to stop a skin forming. Now for the salsa. Take some of these lovely tomatoes, and with a knife, it's going to make just small dices. I want this salsa to almost be like a dressing. Take red onion, just half, and a small dice, about the same size as the tomatoes. And I'm adding black olives for a bit of colour and flavour. Then the chilli, just going to slice in half. Now, there's quite a lot of heat coming from the guacamole, so I'm going to take the seeds out and cut the chilies into a tiny small dice. Then the coriander, and then just add everything to a bowl. Give the salsa just a stir through, and look at that. I love those colours. I'm now just going to add some olive oil and give a good glug, dash of white wine vinegar, touch of salt and pepper, and just give a nice stir through. And that's our salsa made. And now for the star of this show, the halibut. Now, halibut is my favourite fish. I love the firmness of it, the meatiness and the texture. I've got a really nice, meaty portion there. Secret of fresh fish, really firm. Hardly any smell to it, apart from the sea, and it's lovely. So I'm just going to cover it in a bit of olive oil, touch of salt, and some pepper. I'm going to take a little pan, put it on gentle heat, and just put a touch of olive oil in, and I'm frying skin side down to get a nice crispy skin. Just want it to sizzle away gently. And then after a minute, I'm going to put it in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius, 360 degrees Fahrenheit, for around 8 minutes. And that's our wonderful piece of fish cooked. Our salsa's made. We've got our guacamole put in a squeezy bottle, and we've got our refried beans brought up to the heat on the stove. Now let's serve. So first, guacamole. I'm just going to squeeze a bit there. Then I'm going to take a spoon, just to be a little bit chefy. I'll go with that. Now for our refried beans, I'm just going to take the halibut, just place on top. Then I'm going to take the salsa, and I'm going to very gently just dress the sides all the way around. And then last of all, some of Abraham's chilled to peel. Right. Yum. I love the halibut because it's really firm and meaty. And the salsa, really fresh. And the chilled to peel just gives it an extra crunch at the end. There you go, my Mexican-inspired baked halibut straight from LA. And now for the beetroot dressing. Now, I've got some lovely fresh baked beetroot here, but it can be quite a messy affair. So I'm going to use some gloves for this. I'm going to take a new chopping board and take a beetroot, just peel away the skin. Now let's get ready to fill this. My first layer is going to be potatoes, onion and cheese. I'm seasoning each layer as we go with a little salt and pepper.